feeling of just knowing a game is right for you when you first lay eyes on it is such a great feeling.
The thing that happens is you start to feel the excitement just build up.
I'm thinking about it all the time, even in my sleep.
Está un poco flojo, no somos nosotros.
Te llegas a enamorar bastantísimo.
I play video games because I love stories.
Experiencing worlds that you can't experience as yourself.
I guess video games allow me to be what I can't. It's fiction, but it's not.
You come home, log onto your PC, and disappear into a different world.
I am a part of something bigger, a part of something
Ya sabéis, el
beautiful.
típico mensaje bonito así de
As an
primeras,
autistic
gente.
person, video games give me a place where I could be in a world that made sense to me.
Well, I will tell you that all of my family play video games.
Me and my brothers, we would share the
Dame medio
computer 1
segundo.
hour at a time.
저는 제 와이프랑 게임을 가장 많이 해요.
I'm really enjoying playing video games with my dad.
My children.
My little sister. That connection between video games, allowing
está,
us
no os
to
habéis perdido
converse
nada.
with each other, added a lot to our relationship.
Games like the World of Warcraft let me meet people that I probably never would have.
I can honestly say I met some of my best friends through playing games.
Los videojuegos, chicos, quiero que entre todos recordemos algo muy importante. Los videojuegos nos unen, pero los beneficios nos animan a despedir a la gente.
Killing heroic Blackhand back in Warlords of Draenor was one of my favorite memories.
I managed to find that one hidden pylon with my one Mutalisk.
We beat hardcore Inferno Diablo.
I was able to hit gold in competitive in Overwatch.
I had someone say, oh, I can't lose to a girl. And I beat that guy.
So I was able to slay this warlock as a little gnome holy priest, freaking out.
¿Sabes qué pasa? Que normalmente es como, no, los gamers somos normales y corrientes. Veo estos vídeos de en plan, hey, he llegado ahora en Overwatch. Y es como, no somos normales, no somos unos pringaos.
I killed the Lich King! I killed the Lich King!
然后我夺冠的时候，现场的女性工作人员，包括有些男的工作人员，他们都哭了。
Many years ago, I was doing a quest in Tirikar Forest, and a lovely little mage came up and said, would you like a hand? They helped me for the rest of the day. We've been married now for over a decade.
Oh, qué bonito. Eres vieja, o sea, llevaba sola bastante tiempo.
LGBTQIA+ community in my city. So when I was able to play a video game, I was able to start talking with people who didn't really care that I was a gay male.
But video games were my escape. When I was a teenager, my dad was diagnosed with ALS, and I looked to video games as a way to escape from that sort of reality. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just glad video games were there for me.
I'll never stop playing video games.
There's no way.
I imagine myself one day being an 80-year-old grandpa gamer.
Playing video games has shaped me. I don't think I would be who I am today.
My passion, my interest, my excitement, they belong.
Video games opened for me the world.
And because of that, I'm forever thankful.
And I can't wait to see what the next generation holds.
Qué bonito todo.
Qué bonito. Un aplauso para Mikael.
Buenas noches, gente, ¿qué tal? Llevo un rato aquí, pero como tenía que terminar de hacer la cena,
ya
digo,
sabes.
A ver qué dice Juste de estas partes que le gustan tanto de los gamers somos los mejores.
Ya lo he dicho, ya lo he dicho.
¿Cómo has puesto,
Ya lo he dicho, ya he dicho, los videojuegos nos unen, ya he dicho, los videojuegos nos unen, pero los beneficios nos hacen despedir gente. Ya lo he dicho.
Sí.
30 years
Venga.
of Blizzard communities and 30 years of Blizzard games. 30 years is so many years.
Ya sabemos.
And last year maybe felt like one of the longest of all. But throughout the years of Blizzard Entertainment, from 1991 to today, many of us can associate certain games with milestones in our lives. Maybe you were a little kid the first time you played The Lost Vikings. Or in high school when you first played a Diablo game. Or maybe you met your partner.
Hostia, este tío me está acertando, Me da miedo.
That's the awesome thing about video games. They
No,
give
algo
us
ya no.
experiences that are relevant to the times in our lives and experiences that we carry forward with us. Games are here for us during good times, and they're here for us even when we feel alone or maybe uncertain. Games are coming home, familiar, comfortable, with a connection and a sense of belonging.
Bro, ya me has dado el discurso antes, deja de darme más el discurso.
In
Va
our
a ser toda la
actual,
hora así.
real-life homes,
Tiene pinta.
games became even more of a place to get away, to be free from outside concerns, even if just for a little while. So, this is pretty weird.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Usually, when we start BlizzCon, the opening call is to my favorite Warcraft faction, the Alliance. Or my favorite faction, the Horde. I get confused. Usually,
Me dan
I'd be
igual las
speaking
dos.
to 40,000 of you in person at the Anaheim Convention Center and millions of you around the world.
Correcto,
And usually, that would be a perfect way to celebrate.
correcto.
But nothing about the last year has been usual.
Ay, no, no te pongas a hablar del año
Has been
pasado.
hard on everyone, and for many different reasons.
Sí.
But if there's one thing that the last year has taught us, it's that being apart physically doesn't stop us from moving forward. It doesn't stop us from connecting with our player friends around the world.
Madre.
Diving in as
Lo que nos ha enseñado es que a los gamers lo de quedarnos encerrados en casa no nos ha influido tanto como a otros.
Es que es muy pesado, es muy pesado.
Ya está, se podría
from
resumir
sharing
rápido.
our latest epic gaming story. We're celebrating those of others. Games continue to unite us. Now, to be honest, I wasn't sure how well Blizzard could work from home. There are thousands of people, all needing to work together in creating our universes,
Pues
games,
si también hago yo una
and
semana de apertura de una hora, ¿no?
Claro, llevamos 7
Never
minutos
has
y
it
no has
felt
dicho
more
nada.
true that it takes a Blizzard to make a Blizzard game. And in 2020, it became clear
Bueno, lo de
that the
Blizzard Game
magic
ya...
of creating a Blizzard isn't just tied to a physical
Eso sí que ha
location.
pasado a la historia.
It's tied to the people who work here, and I continue to be so proud of each and every one of them. Thank you, Blizzard. We create these games and pour all of our energy and heart into them, but it is you, the Blizzard community, that brings them to life. And that's why Blizzconline is a celebration of you, the guild leaders, healers, DPS, tanks, innkeepers, Zerg, Terran, Protoss, Blackwatch, Shimada, the heroes of Sanctuary and of the Storm. These next few days are for you, our Blizzard community.
Ya, llevamos 8
World of
minutos con
Warcraft.
mucho texto.
We'll be showing you what's next for both Shadowlands and Classic. I'm sure you're all burning in anticipation for that one.
Burning in anticipation.
Hearthstone is getting back to its roots in a major way. We can't wait to show you how. We also have news for our Diablo community. Some of you were able to dip your toes into the depths of hell in the Diablo Immortal Technical Alpha. I really enjoyed seeing players embrace the multiplayer aspect of meeting in town. We can't wait for more of you to get your hands on it.
Muy bien.
So, it's only the beginning of the year, and already there is so much to look forward to, even though we can't yet be together in person. The Overwatch League will be kicking things off in spring, and we'll be watching closely to see if the San
Hostia,
Francisco
ahora yo lo
Shock
veo así.
can continue their
¿Quieres que te sea
championship
sincero?
run.
Ni puta idea.
World of Warcraft esports
Hostia,
is
es-
back
aún celebra.
with the Arena World Championship and Mythic Dungeon International already in full swing in Shadowlands. StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3
Round
esports
todo.
are going strong with our friends at the ESL Pro Tour. And qualifiers are already underway for the first online stop
Se lo dejan a
of
SL porque no quieren
2021
tocar nada de estacas y
Hearthstone
les han
Masters
reforzado
Tour,
con la SL. claro.
with the first event taking place next month.
Venga.
But before we get too far ahead,
Vale.
let's take a look
Hombre, no nos
one last
adelantemos que
time.
estamos yendo rapidísimo.
To win times were a little simpler. In the early 1990s, the internet was a baby.
Oye, ¿habrá anuncios en español? A ver si hay anuncios en
It
español.
finally eclipsed cassette tapes. Cassette tape, it's a rectangle piece
Como
of
el
plastic,
bueno.
and there's a tape inside, and music would get recorded on, and sometimes you needed a pencil to wind it and make it tight. I know, it sounds crazy. We were all playing video games on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, DOS, or Mac PCs. I personally was a master of
Hombre, uno que se recuerda,
auto-exec.
PC.
So many
Gracias.
simple things, simple times.
Y el Iben.6, te lo has dejado hablando.
Madre, pero ¿por qué esto no avanza? ¿Qué es esto?
Hostia, qué bonito.
The stage is set.
Pues viene desde hace muchos años.
The green flag drops. Let the carnage begin.
Blizzard Arcade Collection.
What a collection!
Hostia, Blackstone, los de los Vikings. Estos son iguales.
Now we're talking. What a play!
Ahora se apunta todo Cristo a sacar ROMs antiguas, ¿no?
Vaya, pues claro, si salen súper baratas.
Crank up the volume! Unbelievable! Whoa!
¿Tú esto los jugó, Mikael?
Yo he jugado al de los Vikings, pero al Blackthorn y al otro no. El de los Vikings era un juego de bucle. En plan... A lo mejor... ¿Has jugado a los Train?
No, me suenan, pero no.
Los Train pillan
Blizzard
inspiración de
Arcade
los
Collection, featuring the Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, and Blackthorn. These are ports of the games just as you remember them, allowing you to relive the original experience of all three titles in 13 different languages, with a couple of quality of life upgrades. As an example, we include very modern, cutting-edge functionality that wasn't available in the early 90s, both saving and loading of games. And for those of you who purchased any Blizzard Digital Anniversary Bundle via Battle.net, you'll automatically receive the Blizzard Arcade Collection on PC today. Now,
vale.
You ready to hear about some other video games? Let's hear what's next for
Sí, no,
World of
World of
Warcraft.
Oh, World of Warcraft.
Hello, everyone.
Hola.
Thanks for joining us today. No matter where you are, World of Warcraft unites us all. Whether you're exploring the Shadowlands,
Solo te pido, señor, que no me cuentes la historia de que estamos todos encerrados.
I'm glad you could make it, because we've got a lot of good stuff to show you.
Qué bien parado está en el escenario,
Start
tú.
with some Covenant pride. Kyrian, take flight. Night Bay, let the hunt begin. Necrolords, to war! Vinther, let's party.
Vale.
The world has thrown a lot at us since the last BlizzCon. And the thing that's really kept everyone going on the WoW team has been connecting with all of you. The bonds we forge with our guilds and family and friends in WoW are powerful and real. As WoW enters its 16th year and Blizzard celebrates its 30th anniversary,
Yo es que estas cosas no entiendo porque no sé nada de World of Warcraft, gente.
and friendly communities in
16 años ya, ¿eh?
Let's recap
Poca
the
broma,
events in Azeroth. In WoW Classic, we fought an endless battle for South Shore and Tauren Mill. We banded together to open the gates of Ahn'Qiraj and joined forces to take down Kel'Thuzad in his floating citadel of Naxxramas.
Sí, es
In
cierto.
Shadowlands, we helped our Covenant recover from the Anima drought, brought on by Sire Denathrius, master of the Vinthyr and traitor to the Pantheon of Death. We survived the halls of Torghast and crafted legendary gear in our efforts to expel Denathrius from his castle lair.
Porque los bosses de WoW siempre son
Innocent
grandes.
souls are still wrongfully being sent to the maw. They
¿Se ve
face
así?
an eternity of torment, and heroes like Anduin remain chained in its depths. The jailer
Pero
continues
de
to
muchos
grow
juegos,
in power.
De muchos
He's
juegos
preparing to break
de este
free from the
estilo.
maw and complete his plan to unmake the entire Warcraft universe. And Sylvanas, you may be wondering what she's been up to all this time. Today, we're excited to unveil our first major content update for Shadowlands, Chains of Domination.
Chains of Domination.
Look around you!
What makes you believe you're not just a weapon to achieve his ends?
Enough! Join our cause, or be made to serve.
Right now, you hold all the power. Make your choice, Sylvanas Windrunner.
Vale.
Despite all our efforts, the Maw continues to grow. What if Denathrius' treachery is irreparable? The Primus is lost, and Bastion cannot save the Shadowlands alone.
None of this should have happened.
Perhaps the Winter Queen could.
My Archon, a living soul, seeks an audience.
A mortal?
A king. By all our measures, one who has spent his life striving for justice. One who would give anything to serve his people. One whose heart is true.
Very well.
¿Quién
He
es
may
ese?
approach.
Yo qué sé, si es que yo no. Yo me sé la trama de Warcraft del juego.
Pero este no es el.
¿Arzas?
¿Es Arzas?
My ascended have
¿O quién es
spoken
ese?
of you.
No sé.
The
El
king
rubio ese.
held captive in the maw.
That prison could not hold me forever.
Why have you come to Bastion?
You have
Anduin, dicen.
that I need.
You will release this soul from your grasp.
No. He is bound to me. Just as you once sought to bind your own brother.
Toma.
¡Ostras! Qué poca seguridad tiene esta gente, ¿no?
The vessel performed its part flawlessly. 3 keys remain. Then they will see. Death was never meant to be chained.
Pues toma. Están guapas, eh. La verdad es que la narrativa del juego yo no la entiendo, pero estas vainas están guapas.
Imagínate si nosotros la siguiéramos.
Sí.
Y ya, pues, hostia, a lo mejor luego ahora en Twitter, ¡ay, va, qué pasada! No sé qué.
Lo que pasa es que el juego no me gusta nada, pero.
I know you probably have a lot of questions
¿A quién le
about what
guste?
you just saw and what it
A mí no
means
es que
for
no
the
me
next
guste, es que no
stage
puedo
of
jugar
your
en
Shadowlands
MMOs.
journey.
No debo jugar en
Later
MMOs.
today, my teammates Ian and Jeremy
No, a mí no me
will
gusta.
be telling you more about Chains of
Me vicio
Domination
demasiado.
in our
Por eso
Shadowlands
no lo
update.
juego.
Please check out the World of Warcraft channel to find out more. Next,
World
I'm
of Warcraft
excited to
channel.
share our upcoming World of Warcraft charity pet program. We've heard a lot from our community about how much they love these pets and the opportunity to give to a good cause.
Bueno, cosas en plan bonitas que nos dan un poco igual, ¿no, gente? Intuyo que nos dan un poco igual.
So during this upcoming campaign, you'll be able to donate whatever
Pero no
amount
un juego de
you
móvil de
wish to
mascotas o
directly
algo así.
support
Sí.
our chosen charity.
Ah, claro.
Once donations
¿Será
reach their
eso?
goal,
No sé.
everyone playing World of Warcraft will get a
Ni
pet
idea.
for their
Es
collection.
que tampoco quiero hacer
as a
spoiler,
thank you.
porque claro, porque aquí la gente
Whether
pues,
you were able to
no
contribute
que se vayan a
personally
enfadar, pero
or not. And to make this a fun challenge,
no quiero que de
if we
repente
reach
sea
a
como
stretch
"Ah,
goal, everyone
ya lo
gets a
sabéis
second
todo".
pet
Pues un
too.
poco sí, la verdad.
And here they are. The first pet is Bananas. Literally. He was originally available to a select few back in Burning Crusade era, so we're excited to give everyone
Muy
a
bien,
chance
muchas
to
ganas
adopt
de
him.
banana.
And if we reach our stretch goal, you'll also get Daisy the Sloth. She's an all-new pet
Muy
who will
bien,
hang
muy
around
bien.
your neck when you need a hug. Your
Muy bien.
donations during this campaign will go to support the medical humanitarian organization Doctors Without Borders, also known by their French name Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF.
Vale.
They're an amazing group doing important work around the world. We're grateful to have such a generous community, and we hope you'll help support this worthy cause. We'll be sharing the details about the charity pet program on the World of Warcraft website soon. So we've talked quite a bit about Shadowlands. Classic players, now it's your turn.
Vale.
It's my pleasure to hand off to my teammate, Holly Longdale. She's a longtime WoW player, a veteran MMO developer, and she's going to tell us what's in store for WoW Classic.
Burning Crusade.
Esta no es la que dicen que es la mejor expansión.
En teoría sí, y la de Lich King dicen que son las dos mejores.
O la del Lich King, son los que se pegan entre ellos, ¿no? Lich King, Burning Crusade, Lich King.
First, I'd like to thank all of you who have
Me
ever
mola el
been
abrigo de
part
esta
of the
mujer.
WoW community over
Sí, ¿verdad?
the years.
Hostia,
You know,
qué chulo.
online worlds like WoW have been a huge part of our lives for decades now. As a dedicated MMO fan and a developer myself, I remember hearing that Blizzard was going to be making their own MMO. And I thought, well, I guess I'll check out that beta. And sure, we all call the game WoW. But really, wow. I could not believe I got bit by the MMO bug again.
Burning es lo mejor sin duda.
I was so excited to be able to make a night elf hunter and be
Mire
like
tu
that
época,
famous
Mijael,
dark
dice
elf
Victoria.
ranger
Luego,
from the
¿tú
books
cuántos
that
años
I
tienes?
loved.
Tú
I
has de
have to tell
tener
you,
29 años, pues sí,
Azeroth
¿verdad?
was and still
Porque
is
tengo
a
un
place
primico,
I love to
tengo un
live.
primico que tiene 15
Since
años y es
last
medio
year, I've
tonto.
had the great
Tú has de ser
honor to work
tontero, has de
alongside
tener
the WoW
29, 30.
Classic team to bring these nostalgic experiences back to life for longtime fans and a whole new generation of players. As a fan myself, I've had so much fun in WoW. From the simple things
No sabía que
like
allí también los que
drive-by
allí lo
buffing
llamaban
or
también WoW.
making
Lo
friends
llamaban
on
WoW,
that
que para nosotros es
long
WoW.
haul from Teldrassil
Wow.
to
Pero
Ironforge.
si allí son mucho
All the
de
ways to be
siglas, no se
absolutely
dice eso que League of
staggering,
Legends sabe
when
por la
I
necesidad
jumped
de
blindly
pillar
through
las
the dark
siglas
portal and was
LOL.
running through Hellfire
Sí, ni
Peninsula,
idea.
heard
Yo,
this
a ver, son
terrifying
rumores que
noise,
obviamente eso como
and
luego
then
como lo
saw
compruebas.
the
Pero no es mucha
Fell
casualidad que League of Legends se quede como LOL.
biggest roamer
No, en
I
realidad
had
es League.
ever seen, and I was very
League?
glad I
Sí.
had made that,
Le
that
digas
moment.
tú.
Pues no lo sé.
And that's the thing about WoW.
Nadie le dice
These
League.
stories and experiences we all share.
Señora, no me
Keep us
cuentes
coming
tú.
back
Si me vas a contar tu
time
vida
after
para presentarme algo, no me cuentes tu
With
vida.
that said,
Ya sé que es Burning
I'm
Crusade.
super excited
Venga.
to be able to share with you where our adventures are taking us next.
Qué guapo estaba el vídeo del este, Mamá. No he jugado prácticamente nunca, pero los vídeos me los he comido todos. El no estáis preparados es la polla.
You dare enter my realm.
No, no me jodas. Es verdad que aquí metieron a los A los azules esos.
¿Azules?
Your foolishness has brought you to this end. Take my blood and choke on it.
Death to the outsiders!
I'll turn your world upside down.
Vladimir, del League, ¿no? Del League.
Me habría gustado más que pusieran la animación clásica y ya está, pero bueno, ok, vale.
2021.
Brings back so many memories, right? Like exploring the fungal forests of Zangarmarsh.
Ese era Illidan, ¿no?
Illidan Tempestira.
Los nombres en español están que flipas, ¿eh?
¿Verdad que sí?
Están que flipas.
¿Verdad que sí? A mí me lo parece también.
Sí. Stormrage.
Sí.
Gathering all your friends to fight
Tempestira.
Illidan at the top of the Black Temple.
Se debería hacer eso. A lo mejor a alguno le da vergüenza.
Oye, ¿y por qué hay que matar a Illidan en Burning Crusade? ¿Alguien me lo dice? Porque en teoría Illidan, pues, se convierte en el elfo este demoníaco porque tiene que salvar a su familia. No me acuerdo, no era algo así.
No se convierte porque le tiene envidia al hermano.
Sí, pero que luego como
está liado con la que a él le gusta.
Pero luego se superconvierte porque tiene que salvar a su familia o algo de eso. Lo que pasa es que al convertirse creo que es cuando se va cuando le tienes que mandar al mundo ese raro, ¿no? ¿O me lo estoy inventando?
No lo sé. No lo sé. Yo te voy a decir la verdad. De Illidan lo sé por el lore de cuando salió Hearthstone. Que a mí siempre me ha gustado el lore de las cosas y me lo leí un poco, pero poco más.
Juégate el Warcraft 3. Me he jugado al Warcraft 3, pero hace años, ¿eh?
Yo también.
O sea, dentro de los malos no es el menos malo.
¿Sí?
Se sacrifica.
Se sacrifica. Es que no me acuerdo.
Fíjate, a Frozen Throne no jugué.
Yo sí. Lo que pasa es que solo jugué una vez a la campaña de Warcraft 3. Es que no me gustó Warcraft 3. Que lo petó, que es un juegazo, pero a mí es que no.
We'll be getting into the details in our panel later today. So stick with us. We'll make sure you are prepared.
No han dicho nada, ¿no? Simplemente han dicho que la van a traer y ya está.
Sí.
Estoy esperando a ver si lo ponen en alguna página, en alguna web o algo, pero no aparece por ninguna parte.
Novedades de Hearthstone.
Venga, Hearthstone.
We're truly excited to share with you everything that's coming to Hearthstone this year.
Hay muchas cosas de Hearthstone que es muy Blizzard, ¿eh? Cuidar cosas que otros juegos no cuidan. Blizzard te lo cuida todo. La antigua Blizzard, claro.
Then we went to Skullman's Academy and got to explore dual class cards and their powerful synergies. And with our third expansion of the year, we brought you Hearthstone's biggest update ever, alongside the menacing old gods in Madness at the Dark Moon Fair. We launched a brand new game mode, Duels, that saw more than 10 million matches on its first day. We also introduced our long-awaited achievement system and made a significant overhaul to the rewards and progression within the game. Now, it's time to say farewell to the Year of the Phoenix and see what's in store for Hearthstone this year. Welcome to the Year of the Griffin. Over the last couple of years, we've made big changes to Hearthstone. Throughout the Year of the Griffin, we want to keep delivering fun, new experiences and make sure that the tens of millions of you playing Hearthstone are always excited to log in. First up, we'll be giving the standard format its biggest shake-up ever, with the launch of the Core Set later this year. The Core Set replaces the old Basic and Classic sets with a collection of 235 cards made up of some of the best from throughout the years, as well as 29 awesome brand new cards. And the best thing about the Core Set is that it's entirely free. So, there's never been a better time to get into Hearthstone. Here are three
Todavía hay
of
mucha
Hearthstone's
gente jugando Hearthstone.
legendary dragons,
Supongo que sí.
reimagined to feel more
Más que al
up to date
Runeterra.
and competitive for
O
modern
sea,
day Hearthstone.
si entiendo bien, el core set sustituye al clásico, que es la que siempre estaban, ¿no?
Right away.
Y cambian las cartas. Y tenemos 29 cartas nuevas, ¿no?
Malygos the Spellweaver.
esto.
He'll fill your hand with spells and is a
Yo ya no
powerful
sé
late
cómo
game
funciona.
player, worthy of the aspect of magic. And finally, everyone's
A mí es que los juegos con
favorite
demasiado
Black
componente
Dragon.
aleatorio no me echan para atrás.
A mí este juego me echa muy para atrás. El
He's still
aleatorio
as
no
destructive
puedo
as
con él.
ever, but timed correctly, he won't leave you empty-handed.
Yo creo que fue lo que lo
We'll
mató.
also be launching a brand new format,
Bueno,
Classic, where you can play Hearthstone as it was when it first launched. The Classic format will be fully supported, complete with ranks and rewards using Hearthstone's original set of
Yo recuerdo
cards.
que hubo un año cuando
So,
salió los
if you want to relive the old
autochess,
school experience,
que mucha gente de Hearthstone, muchos streamers que
is
yo
the
seguía de
place for
Hearthstone, solo estaban jugando
with
Diablo
Classic
autochess.
revisiting the past,
Sí, el
now
año pasado.
let's take a look
O el
to
otro.
the future and explore the first expansion of the year of the Griffin.
For a hero of the Horde, all roads lead to the crossroads. You have come for adventure. But the Barons wants to break you. Your axe must be sharp. Your wits must be keen. And your heart must be mighty.
vaya lío también, tío.
Strength and honor. This is who we are.
Forged in the Barrens. Forged in the Barrens.
That's right. We're headed to one of Warcraft's most iconic locales, the Barrens. And we'll come
Gracias a
face
Dios,
to
porque es
face
que
with
llevamos
the
una
heroes
temporada
that
donde
have
las expansiones de gestos
Starting
son
with one of the
jaja,
Horde's
cosas de
most
risas.
iconic and well-known characters.
Sí, es verdad.
A fierce loyalist, one-time warrior.
Pero están graciosos. Yo lo veo en los trailers siempre que sacan algo.
Son graciosos, son graciosos.
No me entero de nada, pero
a mí me dan un poco de pereza.
Shadowhunter Vol'jin. Shadowhunter Vol'jin is a neutral legendary that allows you to either bolster your own board or weaken that of your opponents. And to celebrate the
Échale
announcement,
random
Forged in the
ahí,
Barrens,
échale.
this card is available for free for everyone later today. So log into
sale
Hearthstone
hoy.
and claim your free copy
La
of
carta.
Shadowhunter Vol'jin. And as a bonus, we're also giving away the brand new 30 years of Blizzard card ban.
Y sortean el dorso.
Next, we have another hero of the Horde. who's
Sortean,
making
no, lo
his
regalan, no he
first
dicho lo
appearance
regalan. No sé.
in
¿No ha dicho giveaway?
The legendary
Giveaway,
blade
es
master,
regalo.
Samuro,
Sí.
featuring the new keyword, Frenzy. Frenzy activates the first time a minion takes damage and survives. In Samuro's case, this can be used to clear your opponent's board.
Vale.
Heroes of the Horde,
Hostia.
like Samuro, are famous for their combat prowess. But others, like Thrall, are known for their powerful elemental magic. Take a look at this new shaman spell, Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is a spell in a new cycle of cards that rank up and become more powerful when you have 5 and 10 mana, ensuring that they're always useful at every stage in the game. You'll also notice that they're categorized as nature spells. With Forged in the Barrens, we'll be permanently introducing spell schools across the entire game, which enables a whole host of exciting new strategies. And don't worry, members of the Alliance will be featuring some of your most beloved heroes and locales later this year.
Vale.
But what I love most about the Warcraft universe is its amazing characters. And our final announcement is our most ambitious addition to Hearthstone yet. It introduces a brand new way to play with your favorite heroes. Hearthstone Mercenaries.
¿Qué es eso?
Mercenaries features strategic RPG gameplay, where you build teams consisting of some of the most iconic heroes and villains from the Warcraft universe, including timeless characters like the infamous Sylvanas Windrunner, and Ragnaros, the elemental lord of fire. You can also expect to see some of Hearthstone's fan favorites, like the unstoppable Devil Saw, King Crush, and the ever-growing Roll the Dragon Slayer.
Pero, ¿esto qué
You'll
es?
lead them in battle through highly replayable roguelike missions, where the map is randomly generated every time you play. And each node represents a unique challenge for your teams to take on. Your heroes gain levels, new abilities, equipment, and can even evolve into more powerful versions of themselves. We're thrilled to finally show you Hearthstone Mercenaries. It is scheduled to launch later this year, and we'll have more to share with you down the road. Everything you've seen today
Se lanzará a finales de año.
of what's coming in the year of the Griffin.
Vale, pues han presentado Frenzy.
So don't forget to tune in
Bueno,
to
lo
our deep dive
de
panel after the opening ceremony, where we'll share more details on the core set.
Una expansión con la mecánica
El
de Frenzy.
el set clásico se sustituye por el core set, que son 235 cartas que tiene todo el mundo, ¿vale? Y 29 cartas, y son 29 cartas nuevas. Luego va a haber modo clásico con ranking y todo, con las cartas de daño 1. Luego Forged in Barrens es la nueva expansión. Forge in the Barrens es la nueva expansión con cartas como Shadow Hunter's Vol'jin, que es gratis. Y también, no sé si sortean o regalan el dorso del 30 aniversario. Luego han presentado otra carta que es Blade Master Samuro, que tiene una palabra clave nueva, que es Frenzy, que es que si sobrevive a daño, Diablo, si sobrevive a daño, pues hace un efecto. Y lo de Hearthstone Mercenaries, que es un RPG.
Es un modo
RPG roguelite.
Thank you very much for joining us. I am so excited
¿Ha quedado claro?
to kick off the Diablo segment of our show, and I am honored to be here on behalf of all of our Diablo teams to share the news and updates we have in store for you today. We've got a lot of Diablo to cover, and I hope you'll agree with me that it's a great time to be a member of this community. All right, let's kick things off with Diablo IV. We first shared our game with you during Blizzcon of 2019, and we've been truly humbled by your response. We've kept in touch through quarterly updates and sincerely appreciate the thoughts and valuable feedback you've provided as we unveil more and more of the game and share in its development. After all, Diablo belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. Most recently, we teased an update to our campfire screen, and savvy fans, of course, understood that we meant more than just the character lighting and fire visual effects. That's right. Today, we're happy to announce a brave new soul joining the barbarian, the sorcerer, and the druid on this dangerous journey back to Sanctuary. A class is one of the most exciting things you can announce in a Diablo game. This one is especially exciting to me, as it's a re-envisioning of one of the first classes to ever appear in the series. Let's have a look.
Trailer guapo.
Por favor.
El Priest, intuyo, porque pone Priest ahí.
There is justice within the light, but you have to be patient. Now, pray with me.
Cómo me gustan esos juegos donde los buenos son tan tétricos como los malos. Ese estilo. Míralo.
And grant it mercy.
And grant it mercy.
What are you doing here? This is not the time.
But this is confession. And I have sinned. I was a thief who stole from those more fortunate. I strayed from your light.
Parece
and
el
found my
Valhalla.
trade in the shadows. They call it murder. I say.
Pero este es ¿esto es Priest?
No, esta es la Amazona. La Amazona o la pica.
I am a thief, a heretic, a murderer, Father. Will Akarat save me?
You mock our light. But those monsters were a scourge upon my flock. And you were the answer to their prayers.
Then we are settled, and you owe me.
The name you seek is... Thank the heavens for you.
Heavens? I assure you, Father, the heavens didn't send me.
Pícaro.
Me gusta, porque muchas veces la Amazona se queda como demasiado puerta a puerta. Si lo haces pícaro, tienes estas movidas. Esta es de las que se disfruta Quentin. Esta es la clase que le mola Quentin.
Vale, vale.
Qué buena pinta tienen.
Vale.
¿Cómo me gusta esto, tío? Es algo que, por ejemplo, me da Warhammer 40.000. ¿Sabes? Que los malos son más tenebrosos que los buenos. O sea, los buenos son más tenebrosos que los malos.
Sí, 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 sí.
I've been a huge fan of the Rogue ever since the original Diablo. Even seeing them come back as NPCs and mercenaries in Diablo II's Rogue Encampment served as a great bridge between the games. With the setting of Diablo IV being a larger world than we've ever played in before, we're excited to show you not just what the successors to the original rogues in the series have been up to since the fall of their order, but also what some of the other rogues in the world of Sanctuary might look like. The mantra for Diablo IV has been customization first, and the rogue takes this to a whole new level. From the beginning, the rogue has been an incredibly flexible class, able to adapt to any
Se ve
situation.
un poco raro el juego, ¿eh?
Our goal is to let you create the kind of rogue that you want to play. Whether it's an unrivaled archer modeled after the original Sisterhood, or a cloak and dagger rogue from the darkest alleys of Chaldeum, in Diablo IV, you will have the freedom to create the rogue that you imagine by customizing the looks, the background, and the playstyle of your character. Please stick around for our segment later today, where I'll be joined by other members of the Diablo IV team to share a closer look at the rogue
Es lo típico de estos personajes que aglutinan dagas y armas a distancia. Que hay gente que prefiere una cosa u otra.
But Diablo IV is not the only Diablo game we're
Yo
talking
que soy muy de
about.
mago. Yo lo siento, pero es que soy muy de mago. A mí échame
Diablo
magos.
experience on mobile, we've got you covered. Diablo Immortal has everything you'd expect from a AAA action RPG.
No, es
From
mentira
the
eso,
visceral
pero bueno,
combat and epic loot to an
¿No es todo lo
all-new
que esperas?
story,
No.
bridging the gap between the events of Diablo II and Diablo III. Later today, you can join the Immortal team, where they'll talk about some of the things they've learned from their recent alpha test and what's next for the game. But
Ya está.
that's still not all. We have one last bit of very exciting Diablo news to cover.
De Diablo Immortal no han dicho
When
nada
you hear us
entonces.
talk
El 2,
about
Resurrection.
the classes,
El
the
Resurrection.
items, or the stories of the early Diablo games, you may have picked up on the absolute reverent tone we reserve for that golden era of Diablo.
Vale.
Maybe you share that love of the classics, and just hearing us talk about them makes you want to take on Mephisto or Baal one more time. Or maybe even for the first time. After all, some of our favorite moments happened a long time ago, and not just in Sanctuary years. If so, we have a special surprise for you today. Let's check it out.
Haceos los sorprendidos, chicos.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. Are these the demons from... Don't do it! It seems you are not exempt of the destiny.
Arise, Diablo, Lord of Terror.
Está guapo.
Hace 20 años, tú tócatela, tú.
Though this be our darkest hour, it may yet be your greatest moment.
A ver qué han hecho. Bueno, ok. Bueno. Resurrected en 2021. Ya lo sabéis, chavales.
Este año y alfa técnica.
After more than 20 years,
PC, PS4, Xbox Series y Switch,
has returned.
Tengo la sensación, a lo mejor me equivoco, pero tengo la sensación de que tenía mejor pinta lo que hicieron para los eventos anuales de Diablo.
A ver.
Tú es que no sé si lo sabes, Juste, pero creo que es una vez al año, no sé si es por estas fechas, o a lo mejor ya ha pasado, pero en Diablo 3 se marcaron el Diablo 1 o una especie del mapeado del Diablo 1.
Ni idea.
De cómo bajabas, pero en el Diablo 3. Lo bajé, ahí no era nada del Diablo, ni el mapa era todo en Diablo 3. Pero no sé si no me pareció tampoco ninguna virguería, aunque claro, es el 2.
Recreated shot for shot with the explicit intention
Hostia.
of preserving both the look and the pacing of the
Las
original.
cinemáticas del Diablo 2, ojo,
Blizzard has a long history of games
Ojo.
that we're proud of.
Oye, ¿el bárbaro es el pavo ese del Baldur's Gate que tiene el hámster o qué?
In our foundation.
Fijaos, gente.
It's funny to think that some of you
Vale.
weren't even born when D2 was released, which makes it all the more important that we deliver an authentic experience wherever you play. We want everyone to relive their
No creo que sea
memories
Minsk.
or
Dices
experience the
Minsk
game
y
for the
Bubu.
very first time
Creo que sí, se
on
parece
their
mucho.
platform of choice. And so we're excited to bring Diablo II Resurrected to PC and console, along with cross progression.
Me parece bien.
And for those of you who are in love with the
Y más si
original,
estando la Switch de por
and
medio,
you just wish
eso de
it worked
cruzado
more
está guay.
seamlessly on modern computers, you can bring back all of that nostalgia exactly as you remember and enjoy the game in its original 2D form, much like we did with StarCraft Remastered. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. Later today, Diablo speedrunner Mr. Llama will host a roundtable with members of the development team on the dedicated Diablo channel. If you are a Diablo 2 fan, I encourage you to take a look.
Vale.
So,
A ver, yo lo siento, pero yo no soy
Diablo
un fan de
Resurrected
Diablo 2, la verdad.
to Burning
¿Cómo,
Crusade
cómo?
Classic.
Que yo no soy un fan de Diablo 2. Mucha gente, Diablo 2 es mejor. A ver, yo como no juego en online, me importaba 3 cojones. Era un buen Diablo, pero luego la gente te acusa de hereje y demás. Bueno, era mejor que el 1. Otra vez esto.
¿Cuánto tiempo queda? Ah, quedan 10 minutos. Ah, no tenemos nada de Overwatch 2.
Over the course of this year and beyond. If you had asked us 30 years ago
Ya está.
what gaming would look like,
No hay nada de Overwatch 2.
none of us could have predicted the current Blizzard lineup of games.
No.
But it's really what those
No, hombre,
advances
bueno, claro, es que este tío también es el que hablaba al principio. ¿Overwatch será en su propio canal ahora o qué?
Habrá un just last thing.
No matter
A ver, ahora lo que se supone es que después de esta ceremonia de apertura, ahora...
Sí, pero es, los anuncios son aquí.
Sí, se supone.
No, ya no hay más anuncios.
Vale, ya lo pillo, ya.
¿Ya no hay más anuncios? Bueno.
It would have been hard to imagine any of that 30 years ago. And at Blizzard, that is what excites us about the next 30 years.
Vale.
There is so much that we're working on. And some of it you already know about.
¿Por qué sigue mencionando StarCraft y Overwatch si luego no le dedican nada en la
Blizzcon?
Está más cerrado que cerradín, además.
Está más cerrado. Bueno, ahora en StarCraft van a hacer un campeonato, ¿no? La final del campeonato.
Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, and
O
Hearthstone.
uno de exhibición, no sé.
Diverse, expansive, and full of potential.
Esos sí que son pros, los del StarCraft, me cago en Dios.
We're also exploring different ways to express our worlds and welcome more players from more places into them. And we aspire to continue to lead on priorities like
O sea,
accessibility.
una conferencia de 1 hora en donde 30 minutos ha sido decir lo bonito que es ser gamer.
Y la vida.
We want to continue to bring those same feelings of joy and achievement that we all felt when we first defeated the Lich King or beat Diablo on hardcore mode. Because when we geek out on those experiences with others, we can't help but see the similarities between us and feel what's possible when we play together. Of course, there are new Blizzard worlds that we haven't visited quite yet. And when we do finally unveil those games and experiences, our hope is that you will see in them what we do. That no matter who you are or where you're from, they are spaces where you can create new stories, forge new friendships, and make memories worthy of lasting a lifetime. And through it all,
De eso ha pasado mucho
our mission
tiempo.
statement of being dedicated to creating the most epic entertainment experiences ever, along with our core values, led by gameplay first, will continue to guide our way. So on behalf of everyone at Blizzard, thank you for being on this journey. For me personally, it is the honor of my professional life to serve you, and the honor of all of us at Blizzard to be
Pero
the
cállate, pero cállate,
of the worlds
pero
that you play.
cállate.
We are so excited for what's to come this year,
Ya está
next year,
bien.
and the next 30 years. Now,
No.
what's coming next for the show?
Vale.
Well, it depends on where you watch.
No hay
For
último
those of you
anuncio.
looking for an update on Overwatch,
Pero esta gente
check
que quiere que
out
te
the
anuncie.
behind-the-scenes look into the development of Overwatch 2.
Si
over
hubiera un
on
anuncio
their
ya se habría
dedicated
filtrado.
channel
Así que...
right after the conclusion of opening ceremonies.
A mí
There, you'll hear about Overwatch 2, new content, new features, including
bueno.
new maps, hero missions, talent trees,
Vale.
and more of what we think will make Overwatch 2 a unique gameplay experience. For World of Warcraft, Diablo, and Hearthstone, you'll get a closer look on their respective channels. And on the
¿Y por qué no me has traído lo de
dedicated
Overwatch aquí a este canal, a la conferencia?
Eso es verdad, ¿por qué no lo han traído aquí?
in epic competition. Once again, welcome to Blizzconline. Be good to one another. Welcome home. Before we kick things off,
here's a little something from a previous BlizzCon headliner.
Hey, thanks for having us. We're Metallica. Thanks for
Hasta
having us at
luego,
BlizzCon
copyright.
2014. We would love to be there this year, but obviously can't be.
¿Nos vas a meter algo con música de copyright?
Here we are, and this is for you.
Sí, ¿no? Y a la gente
A ver. Esto es el directo, pero por si acaso voy a mutear No Kidding. Pues chavales, hasta aquí la Blizzcon. Si lo estáis viendo en YouTube, dadle al botón de suscribirse. Y si no, pues quedaos para ver la LCS.